just making more history. They made their first semifinal appearance yesterday, and now in their very first final of this tournament. And the St. Joe's Hawks control the opening tip. We will crown a champion here today.
In the first meeting, it was St. Joe's that got off to a hot start. Second game, George Mason started a little better. But that's what's going to be important when you start in the first game of the championship, going for a championship.
Milani Kasia already with a rebound, one of the captains on this team. Zhariah Walton with the shot. She is their leading scorer, averages just under 15 points a game.
Weird shoot around this morning. Great energy coming from St. Joe's. Very disciplined. They used every second of that shoot around in preparation.
Started their action in the tournament on Friday, trying to win 3 games in 3 days. That's the story for both of these teams. Gabby Casey is blocked in the paint by Walton, but the shot goes in from Laura Siegler. Kennedy Harris on the wing, back up to Paula Suarez. 5 seconds here for Suarez. And just creating her own look. Boslett looking inside. Back over to the corner, Mackenzie Smith. Up top, Talia Brugler.
Every time the ball moves, you see a different Patriot from the Masons making contact with Siegler to make sure she keep her off the glass.
Zhariah Walton feeding Kasia down low. Turns into a double team. Got her own rebound. Was outnumbered in the paint, got the rebound anyway, and then kicks to her teammate.
Working the glass, that can make things go well for George Mason.
Gabby Casey back over to Boslett. Lets the 3 fly.
So you got to find somebody. You can't just go and use your vertical.
Suarez picked up her dribble over to the elbow to Kasia. Kasia against Siegler.
Terrific footwork. Coach Vanessa
Blair-Lewis.
Blair-Lewis. I know her as Vanessa Blair. I'm trying to remember that last name. But she said that Kasia showed up first day of the workouts, ready to go.
Laura Siegler. She also has some nice footwork in her bag.
I love Siegler's game. And she's always talking. She knows what's going on. She's got a great basketball IQ.
Catch and shoot from wide open Kennedy Harris. Rebound by Walton. Kasia got it back. Kicks to the corner.
On fire right now, shooting 50% from the floor.
4 of inside to Brugler. Count it. Going to the free throw line. So St. Joe's able to repay the favor.
Oh, came in with a little extra juice as they approach that semifinal game.
Now, because Richmond was upset yesterday by St. Joseph's, Charlie Cream says 2 teams from the Atlantic 10 will get into the tournament a week from today on Selection Sunday. He expects Richmond to be there and the winner of this game because of the automatic qualifier.
They don't know Vanessa Blair-Lewis. Tell her there's something she can't do. She can make it happen. And when she came in, you know what the slogan was? Believe big.
Yes. They have a school record for the most wins in program history. They've won 26 this season, and they are 1 win away from making their first ever NCAA tournament.
When these 2 teams played January 2nd, they set a school record of attendance for women's basketball.
For George Mason. Walton, just a little bit short.
Now here's where St. Joe's can really get after it. In transition, what? Oh.
Look at Siegler!
I love her composure with the basketball. We saw a little bit of everything. The rebound, she can handle it, and she can score it in transition.
Yeah, Coach Cindy Griffin told us she is a point guard in a post player's body. Actually grew up playing point guard in Denmark. And they had to teach her how to play with her back to the basket. Backdoor Mackenzie Smith. she was coaching up her teammates.
You see her here, she's calling out the scout hook, hard heads on that ball screen.
She had 12 points on Friday in their opening round game against St. Louis. Hits the first free throw.
Talked about is that she wanted to attack St. Joe's. Well, because they're interchangeable. Both can play away from the basket. Both have terrific footwork in the paint and can post up and get it done.
Mackenzie Smith got loose. George Mason can take the last shot of the quarter. Didn't want to wait. Harris gets the first.
See if George Mason jumps into a press, but you don't want to open up the floor on the Hawks.
2 for 2.
Keep an eye, number 21, Mackenzie Smith.
Here she is. 3 seconds.
She was pregnant at the earlier part of last season and then decided to step away, so she was still in that mindset of protecting her body. When she realized after taking some blows and going in the physicality, she was okay, and she has seen her game continue to progress.
Yeah, she played 5 games last year while she was pregnant with Zayla, and then with the clearance from the doctor, and then decided to step away to focus on her. And Zayla has become such a big part of the George Mason program. She is at practice. They actually have a crib set up for Zayla, and Vanessa Blair-Lewis told us when Zayla's not at practice, it just feels weird. She wants Nalani and all of these women she's coaching to know that you can have it all.
Ready to rotate and help.
Keisha on the glass, up and in for Nalani Keisha.
Playing like a woman on a mission.
Brugler in traffic, free throws on the way. Again, this year we'll break down every team, every matchup in each region. Coverage begins at 8 Eastern on ESPN with a bonus hour of coverage at 9 Eastern on ESPN2. And Coach Peck, you'll be a part of that selection show for us.
Yeah, we'll be able to talk about looking at matchups, what teams have similar styles or systems, or which ones are really the exact opposite, and see how they match up.
Niku Mitchell over to Keisha. She dropped into a stance to watch it roll around the rim. Gabby Casey with the catch and shoot, following her own shot. Ryan Stokes looking for the triple.
Snead shoots about 33%. She's made 8 threes on the season.
She's number 2 in the Crimson jersey. Short corner, big bucket for Paige Greenberg.
Dribble off the cut seems to work better.
Keisha, free throw line, hold the follow through. 8 points for her. It worked the last time, go back to it, Mackenzie Smith. They shot 43% in the first quarter, but here in the second quarter, shooting just 36% from the field. Walton left it short on the rim. Keisha trying to battle for it. Possession arrow gives it to the Hawks.
But how St. Joe's has hung around, chipped away at the lead of George Mason was getting paint points.
George Mason's led by as many as 8. Suarez will reset, but only 8 seconds on the shot clock. The kick to the corner. Greenberg, and she's hit. She'll get 3 free throws. It's like when she's called on, she's ready.
And that's what you've got to do. Not in the starting lineup. You don't get significant minutes all the time, but the minutes you do get, you are productive for your team.
Yeah, why'd she only shoot 2? I thought it was on a 3-point shot.
Well, I don't know if the officials was on the line.
Yeah, they must have said her toe was on the line. Keisha. Boslett. Under the basket, time running down. She did not panic. Patriots had an 8-point lead, and that's going to be a travel. Trying to take the lead before the half. Emma Boslett. Sealer. Blocking foul point 9 is showing up. Missed the first. Tie ball game. Things getting spicy here at the A-10 Championship. George Mason has never been there. St. Joseph's trying to get back for the first time since 2014.
And Cindy Griffin talked about these seniors for St. Joe's. When they came in as freshmen, they were kind of thrown to the fire. Now they want to collectively as a group make it to the NCAA tournament.
Out of the locker room, Zhariah Walton is going to score for George Mason. The St. Joseph seniors, when they were freshmen, they made it to the semifinals of this tournament as the underdog. They got a taste of what could happen with development, with hard work. And so it has been a goal of theirs to get back here, to win a tournament title, to get to the NCAA tournament. Shot up and in from Gabby Casey.
And I think that was probably in the discussion in the locker room. Those seniors coming together. When you think about an opportunity, you will not get back to do something special like go to the NCAA.
Suarez dishing it off to Zhariah Walton.
Shot stopped falling and things started going well for St. Joe's. Which team can get on track as we go down the road in this second half?
Second in the conference in free throws made. And gets the second. Casey looking to get it in. She does to Brugler. And Gabby Casey loses the basketball.
And Suarez was looking for her shot early in this ball game. From the point position, when she is aggressive, good things can happen.
Walton for 2. Brugler flashing. 6 seconds, the kick out to Boslett. Paula Suarez. Layup. 6 points for Suarez.
Suarez has done a little bit of everything. She now has been with Blair-Lewis since she came to George Mason. She was recruited by the previous staff that George Mason has needed.
Yeah, originally from Spain, as Sealer is at the free throw line, knocks in the first.
She's been an extension of the coach on the floor. And Vanessa told me that when those two communicate, sometimes we have these slang sayings or whatever that don't always translate very well.
Like the dog days of summer.
Yeah.
She was like, I do not understand.
And Vanessa had to explain to her, in the summertime when it's hot and the dogs are laying in the shade. She says, okay, I get the dogs. See, we learned something today.
Yeah. Lifelong learners over here.
But Vanessa Blair-Lewis.
Brugler! Give it to her!
Able to come back in that first half and tie it up. And that's what they're doing right now. Just get the ball inside.
They have 8 paint points in the second quarter. 16 for the game now. Talia Brugler at the free throw line. Can't finish the three-point play.
Got that safety net. When that safety net's not available, you get to learn some things about your team.
Walton had the stat sheet. Got her own rebound and the putback. She's now had double figures her last 6 games.
Now, which team can handle the pressure as the clock ticks in this second half?
George Mason has never won an A-10 tournament championship. St. Joseph hasn't won one since 2013. Fouled on the three-point shot by Kennedy Harris.
Well, Harris is from the Virginia area, and that's the other thing that Vanessa Blair-Lewis did was, and that was another reason that attracted her to take this job at George Mason.
Yeah, inheriting a George Mason program that only had 3 wins the season before she got there. 26 wins on the season and close to a first NCAA appearance. But St. Joe's may have something to say about that. Still a lot of time left.
But the battle, to be in the conversation, to put yourself in a position to possibly win a tournament championship, that's huge.
5 seconds. Harris let it go deep! Kennedy Harris! St. Joseph's got to regroup. They've been outscored 14-6 here in the third quarter. Sneed's shot bounces out into the hands of the Patriots. Suarez coming off the screen.
Well, the Patriots aren't in any hurry either. They're using the clock. They know it's on their side.
Lewis Volker picks up her dribble, and it's swatted away by Aaliyah Sneed, the A-10 6th Woman of the Year.
But if they want to win a championship, they're going to have to put on the pressure.
Volker. Offensive foul on Lewis Volker. And there was a warning issued to the George Mason staff and Vanessa Blair-Lewis. Laura Siegler underneath the basket.
Now, who can maintain their composure down the stretch?
George Mason is led by as many as 8. That's a 2 from Paula Suarez. Brugler not getting past Nalani Keisha.
But Suarez gets enough space with the step back to hit the jumper, and then Nalani Keisha still being that defensive force for the Patriots.
Laura Siegler at the free throw line. She's got 13 to lead all scorers in this basketball game. Make it 14. Squaring off against Giannis and the Bucks. Coverage tips with NBA Countdown at 7 Eastern. Siegler up to 15 points. She's been in double figures all but 3 games this season. Did we get a little too small?
I saw it.
Joan?
I saw it.
From Nalani Keisha?
Keisha has just brought and been the force for George Mason today. Little flex after the finish. Okay, 42.
Go see Mackenzie Smith back in the ball game. She took a hard hit to the nose earlier. George Mason's got the possession. Walton, yeah! Ball's loose. Fighting on the floor for it. Brugler and Casey are in both corners right now for St. Joe's. You can catch and shoot here. Siegler coming to the basket. They go with Mackenzie Smith.
Smith got another offensive rebound, but I think in the process she took another whack to the nose.
Jump ball possession Patriots. That's 3 times now in this game.
If that happened to me 3 times sitting over here with you, Lyle, I'd have to go to the car.
I don't think it would happen. After the first one, you'd be done. Is on a 6-0 run. They've hit their last 5 field goals and have outscored St. Joe's 22-12 here in the third.
Got high IQ players. They're not going to panic. Like, there'll be an opportunity to regroup for Cindy Griffith going into the fourth.
Pass was tipped by Harris, but Casey got it back.
The defense for George Mason has been on a string.
5 seconds. Boslett's got to go. Tough shot, rebound by Keisha. And George Mason can take the last shot of the third quarter. 8 straight points for the Patriots. Paula Suarez, get it! They have made 6 straight shots and are 10 minutes away from their first NCAA tournament.
But she also wants to help these young women to grow both off the court as well as on. And she just keeps such a positive attitude. I asked her if she had looked forward to what the possibility would be of winning a championship and going to the NCAA tournament. She said, your mind might want to go there, but she goes, I stay where I am. She said, all you have is today. So she just woke up this morning with gratitude.
Inherited a program who had won 3 games, none of them conference games. Now 4 seasons later, school record for wins and 10 minutes away from the tourney.
I watched Vanessa Blair-Lewis and what she did at Bethune-Cookman and knew in the program that she took over, she was going to be able to build it.
She took Bethune-Cookman to the NCAA tournament in 2019. Suarez has been on fire. That one a little bit off on a really tough shot. Don't worry, she's got Keisha for the offensive board.
Rebounding is going to be key. Got to get stops if you are St. Joe's.
Rebounding battle even right now, 25 apiece. One-handed by Suarez.
I mean, she, as HENRICO would say, pizza pied it up top with that left hand.
Watch out for St. Joe's, Talia Brugler. Harris lets it fly to George Mason.
Brugler and Siegler are going to have to take over for the Hawks.
This is Siegler. Bounces off the back of the iron. Paula Suarez. The officials were breaking up the teams. Paula Suarez's teammate came in and chest bumped her into one of the St. Joe's players. I think they thought she might have done something else, but that's all it was. Uh-oh, Suarez. Vamos! Let's go!
Believe big, George Mason.
17 for Paula Suarez from Spain. Oh, Mackenzie Smith! Team high 17. Kennedy Harris. She's hit from that range already in this game. Mackenzie Smith drops in a triple.
Yeah, Smith, Brugler, Siegler for St. Joe's. Those are the 3 that's got to take them over to get the Hawks back in this game.
And St. Joe's applying the pressure. A buzzer beater win against the number 1 seed Richmond Spiders, who had won 17 straight games.
So they are not going to go away. There ain't no quit in these Hawks guys.
Smith going to the basket. 8-0 run right now for St. Joseph's. Zhariah Walton.
And she's not backed up from aggressive play. She's still literally keeping her nose in the action.
Ends a 2-minute scoring drought for George Mason. Walton gets both. Keisha.
To play to Riley Siegler, and especially when she gets isolated.
Harris to run the offense for George Mason. They have another field goal in 2.5 minutes. Then you just give the ball to Paula Suarez. Smith, 2 free throws on the way.
Now St. Joe's has turned up the heat defensively. They've gotten out of that zone.
Seconds. And St. Joe's did a nice job of stopping Paula Suarez.
As well as Casey that's over on the opposite wing. Gabby Casey.
Brugler. Casey got the rebound. No field goals in over 3 minutes for the Hawks. The lob down low to Brugler. And the pressure defense from the Hawks pays off. Mackenzie Smith foul. 17th time she's had over 15 in a game. Both games on ESPN2, also available on the ESPN.
Now you got to watch out for Mackenzie Smith. She came into the tournament shooting 43% from the three-point line.
2.5-minute scoring drought for George Mason. Under 2 minutes to decide a champion and a spot in the NCAA tournament. And an over and back call. Her foot was on the line. What do you want to see them do?
I want them to get the ball, and I would run Mackenzie Smith off some screens.
Smith's at the top of your screen, number 21 in the crimson jersey. There she is with the basketball.
Siegler wants to get the ball up top to get a lob.
And it works. Remember, Nalani Keisha is over on the George Mason bench with 4 fouls. Oh, excuse me, she's in the game with 4 fouls, but has to be careful down there.
That's right, Paula Suarez has only taken 2 free throws on the season. She's 100%, 2 for 2.
Suarez gets them both. 21 points for Paula Suarez.
Now, George Mason has to run him off the 3-point line. A 2 is better than a 3.
Rebound by Mitchell. 1 minute to decide the A-10. She has been critical today for George Mason's success.
She's managed the game in handling the basketball. She's kept the pressure on the defense. She's been really the leader in stopping runs that St. Joe's has made.
Both teams in the bonus. St. Joe's 1 timeout. Siegler. There's Mackenzie Smith for 3. Too much. Now they've got a foul. Suarez on the run, trying to stay away from the defense. Their timeout. Siegler step back 3. And a jump ball possession arrow, George Mason. They know history is within reach. They're checking the clock at the moment, 27.1 showing. inheriting a program that won only 3 games and no conference games.
He's going to clear the bench.
Subs come in.
It's because of the culture. You know, one of the things that Vanessa told us earlier this morning with the NIL and players being able to transfer, she said, you don't wave $1 in love. And she said that's what these players have come to, got to such a close-knit, really believe in what's going on at George Mason.
Tatum Corey with the rebound.
Tournament final, and you know you're playing in order to extend your season.
Jada Brown gets both free throws to drop in. George Mason, the 2 seed in this tournament, took down St. Louis on Friday. And then yesterday, toppled Davidson, forced 21 turnovers in that game, scored 26 points off those turnovers. And then here today, after losing to St. Joe's twice.
As the saying goes, it's hard to beat a team 3 times in a season. Each time, though, George Mason played a little bit better. They saved the best for the last in the conference championship.
Believe big, George Mason. You are going